What's going on, guys? Kind of excited about this little project. This is a 1977 Tyler bicycle. It is a girl style bicycle. I was looking for a boys, couldn't find one that was, how do I put this? Not beat the hell up. How about that? It's the best that I can do. A boy's bicycle would have came straight from the fork tube, straight back to the seat post. This one's on a slant. This is a female bike. Girls treated their bikes a lot better than what boys did, and this is the testament right here. This is a 45-year-old bicycle, I believe, if my math is correct, 45 years. Tires are dry rotted. This thing has been sitting in a garage since 1988. That's all the info that I have on it. I do know that the bike was made in Poland. This is just what I remember from doing bicycles. You got your standard stuff here. So basically what I want to do is just go through and just start stripping this thing down, because I want to bring it down to bare frame. I want to take the crank out, I'm going to take the rear sprocket out, I want to do all of it. So, oh yeah, look at that. That's ready to pop loose and everything. So, I hope this comes out as good as I think it's going to. So let's get started on this. Let me zoom you back out a little bit, and I'm kind of excited for this. So, all right, guys. Oh, let's see. Let's start with the handlebars. Oh, wrong one. Still got it. Come on, get off there. So, every time I see these, I think of that Steppenwolf song, "Get your motor running." You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So I'm going to take the seat off, cut the handlebars off. So when you pull the sissy bar off this thing, you still have your rear fender that's still all connected. So we've got to go through and get that off there. The rear fender, you got to take the tire off before you can take the fender off, which I totally forgot about. Go figure. I mean, it's been 30-some years since I took a bicycle apart like this. 5/8. Uh-oh. It's none of these. It's not 1/2 inch. What is it? It might be 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch that's worn out. I know it's kind of hard to take this stuff off and get rid of it and all that shit. So I have a went and ordered new tires for this because I knew that the tires were dry rotted. But really, I knew that the tires were dry rotted, so I went and ordered them. I didn't know that there's this like worldwide shortage of freaking bicycle tires right now. So I wound up paying like $50. Not quite sure what's going on there, but we will get that going too. Well, good morning, guys. It's been about a week since I've been messing with this. Got a lot of stuff going on at work. I tested a little spot on this fender. In my mind, I was thinking that we used to use Coca-Cola and steel wool to clean the chrome and the tins, and it did a good job. I don't know if you can see that before and then after. So it kind of worked. So like trying to keep in theme with this old school restoration, that's what I was kind of going with. I just wanted to see if the stuff that I used to do as a kid was childhood myth, or was it really actually science behind it, I guess, is for the lack of a better word. So I'm going to do this entire fender in steel wool and Coca-Cola. Then I'm going to do the rear fender with WD-40 and steel wool. Now I know steel wool will take it right out too, but kind of needs that lubricant, I believe. I haven't told the wife yet, but since I'm way too big to try and ride this bike, my kids are all taller and heavier than my wife, so I think my wife's going to be the guinea pig to ride this bicycle around. I'm going to try and have her put pigtails in and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Try and make it nostalgic as possible. So look, I mean, it's not bad, right? I still got to do, you know, the supports for it and inside of it. Oh, excuse me. It is, well, good news. We passed 200 subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. A quick shout out to my longtime friend Kevin. he took it upon himself to post my channel to his and a group that he follows. I am unbelievably touched, Kevin. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's friends like you and this wonderful community we have that give a lot of people inspiration and hope, and just your, couple of minutes of kindness there made me feel good. So from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of my family's heart, man, thank you very much. That was really cool. Oh well. Yeah, I think this wheel well here, destiny is to get a silver paint job. Not a big fan of it, but oh well. Tins are good. So as kids, my friends and I, we grew up in the BMX era. Everybody wanted, a GT or a Hutch or a Mongoose or a Redline, or, a lot of us couldn't afford it. And you just make your bicycle, from parts that you find or anything of that nature. So, like I said, I had a bicycle like this when I was very young. When I first started riding bicycle, I had a bicycle like this, and I rode it for a little while, and then I saw what the other kids were riding, and of course I wanted a Mongoose. Just to keep up with the Joneses, I came from a very poor family. We didn't have much money. We had a hard time paying our bills, so there was no way I was getting one of these. I never resorted to stealing anything of that nature. I would just find a frame or do what I can to try and get money for parts, a frame, forks, seat post, clamps, whatever I could get, I had some pretty cool bicycles growing up. And then when I was about 16, well, younger than that, I was 14, 13, 14, 15, started working, working like any kid would do, try and get some money. Saved up enough to get a bike, and we did a lot of trading as kids. We traded for everything. But this was your transportation. This is what you got from point A to point B on, man. This was independence as a teenager. This was, hey mom, I'm going to so-and-so's house. Well, he lives 12 miles away. Yeah, I know, I got it. I'm on my bike, and then you'd always hear, be careful, come home, you know, come home for supper. Handlebars came out good. No rust at all. Yeah. Can't wait to see my old lady on this thing just rocking it. What do you think? Crank looks good, right? Oh man. So yeah, that didn't come out too good, guys. This side's not terrible, but you can see I just start spinning it. That looks like shiesta. The whole inside's gone. So I believe this is a candidate to be painted as well. So I'm going to start a paint pile. Paint pile is going to be over here. I need my tire tool. Alright, that one's got more of a rounded end. It just makes it a lot easier to stick the knife in there and get these tires off. There we go. Yeah, it was just bunched up in there. So that old street tire's gone. Right out the shop, boom, right against the wood. I don't think that's even the right size. Wow. I don't think it's the right size tube. It must be though. Look. Patent date. Or not a patent date, but a year date. Why won't that zoom in? (1976). Made in Poland, 1976. These are the original tubes for this bicycle. I cannot believe that. Holy crap. You hear it? Oh, excuse me. I needed that. Totally missed. Not even close. So let's see what a little bit of this Billy juice will do. It's what we call it at work. We call it Billy juice. Alright, that rim's looking a little bit better, right? I mean, there is some, the spokes do have rust on them still and stuff like that, but for the most part the rims themselves are pretty shiny, and I'm kind of happy with that. It's about as good as I can get it. Like I said, I'm not trying to restore this thing to pristine condition. I still want to leave a little bit of work for whoever buys it and wants to do that themselves. All I'm doing is giving this thing the childhood makeover, if you would. Alright, that's in there. I gotta go find my bicycle pump. Crap. I didn't even think about that. Like I said, I'm doing this old school. Yes, I have 2 compressors that I can hook my chuck up to, but I'm kind of not wanting to do it that way. So let me go find my old school bicycle pump. Give me a minute. So like, I don't even know why I still have this thing, but I do. It's like, you know, outdated tools. And this happens to be like one of them. Anyway, I'm just going to keep it semi-pumped. I mean, it's got pressure behind it. It'll be good. It'll be good. So those tires are done and ready to be remounted. Bearings are cleaned, greased down. I want to clean the chain up real quick. Traditionally, I would soak this chain in gasoline. I'm not going to soak this chain in gasoline at $6 a gallon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray it down with some of this creeping oil. There's no stuck links in there. They're all moving free. I went over the chain pretty good to make sure that there are no links stuck. But I do want to spray this down and throw it on my wire wheel, just to get the funky gunky off it, you know. So I do have another issue. I got the frame cleaned. It's missing paint in some spots. I'm not worried about that. The forks turn good. There's no grinding. There's no nothing like that in there. Very happy about that. I do have an issue with the crank bearings. Most of the bearings came out of the one, and this one here is got its issue too. I want to try and get a pair of needle nose and just bend the housing. Oh shit, everything's falling apart. There's a lot of slop in them, and I just want to bend this enough try and hold it. Literally, that's all I'm doing here. I mean, it's just a hair. So at least they're all staying in now. So that aside, that's how that's going to work for me, hopefully. And I'll paint these up pretty good with some grease. Keep them moving good and rolling around and doing what bearings are supposed to be doing, not falling out the casing. Hopefully you guys can see this, what I'm doing here. All right, literally I'm just putting grease on bearings. I don't believe that there's a left and a right side. I just think it's, put them in there, that's it. So I don't know if that's going to work either, we'll see. Well, it's in there farther. I can get the washer and hopefully the nut on there. Yep, I can. What the shit? Why are they two different sizes? Alright. So, the crank's back on there. I just can't wait to dress my wife up in like 80s clothes and have her out there riding the bicycle. I want to try and get her in like pigtails and stuff like that. I think that would be funny as hell. Alright. Seat post. That just gets slid in to about there. All set. So I always find it easier to keep the plate and the retaining ring on the outside. It's just easier to reassemble. Slide that one on. There we go. There we go. That's going to help me out a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so we're getting closer to buttoning this up. Tighten up the seat post now. The seat. I gotta get these back here. things left to do. Well, yeah, 2 things left to do. Put over here. I think I am going to put that back on, that little reflector. Got to find another bolt to fit that because I already ran this down and I don't want to try and redo it because it's just a pain in the butt. Alright guys, so we're done. 1977 Tyler. This bike came from Poland. It's got the year and the serial number stamped on the front. Everything on this is original with the exception of the tires. Tires are brand new. I just bought those, so we're into this bike for $50 for tires. And this kickstand is an aftermarket kickstand. This bike has the original inner tubes in it, which was totally amazing when I saw that. It's got the year stamp on there, so it was like January something of 76 or 77, I think it was. 76, I think it was. Anyway, the chrome on the banana seat was completely tore up. I couldn't save it. So we sanded it down, painted it a gray. That's what we have. That gray matches the kickstand, so I'm kind of happy with that. Banana seat, there's no tears, there's no nicks, dings. A little bit stained up, but not that bad. I'm surely glad that you guys could come on this little journey with me. I'm happy that we saved this. I don't think somebody's going to buy it. I really don't, unless they're totally into old school Tyler bikes. But you never know. I'll try and put it online, see if somebody's interested. If they are, cool. If not, I'm not too worried about it. It'll sit in my other shed for, I don't know, nostalgia, I guess. But yeah, I'm real happy. So as soon as the wife gets ready, we'll do a little video of her riding this thing around. So hang in there. He almost wiped out. Oh God, that was so good. Thank you for humiliating yourself for me, hon.